Forever. Dog.
The amazing thing with George Burns is he was
old.
He was old, but it would be kind of like if Simon died and then Garfunkel just kept going for 70 years past that.
So you're telling me that in the Burns and Allen duo, arguably our predecessors, they were really the original double threat.
Yes, I'm the Garfunkel. I'm the Andrew Ridgeley. You're George Michael. You're Paul Simon.
Well, I did have that incident.
It's closer if Andrew Ridgeley kept living. If Wham were a thing, and then when George Michael died, Andrew Ridgeley just kept doing Wham.
And you're saying that's what Gracie Allen was. She was the backbone of Burns and Allen.
Yeah, she was all the appeal. He was just the setup man. Just saying, like,
right.
You know, we got a lot to do, Gracie, with and then she would say the funny line. It would be like the closest comparison would be that in Double Threat, if I lived, if you croaked and then I lived and just kept doing the thing, the less funny of the two.
Oh, please.
Just
give me a break. Give me El Breako. So you're telling me that when Burns and Allen used to like do Double Threat, who was their Brett, by the way? Who would like show them clips? Was it a ventriloquist dummy? Was it like a guy that like would pretend that a mop was a guitar?
I'm not sure who their Brett was. I know Jack Benny had what's his face? Would it be like
Leonard?
Was it Leonard? What was the guy's name? Would it be like
Leonard?
Dan, Dave,
okay.
Dan? What was it? Like, it'd be like that's right, Dave. Like it'd just be like.
Oh, so he was like.
He had a guy.
What's his name? Higgins. He was like Higgins.
He had a Higgins. Yes.
Right. But no one has a Brett. We've got our secret weapon.
We do. Yes.
Secret Breppin.
Brett is a secret weapon, and we're lucky to have him.
But you're telling me that George, and by the way, if you're just tuning in now, we're talking about George Burns and Gracie Allen.
We figured we were that the show was too appealing to
just that it was too appealing.
Under 90.
We'll just leave it at that.
We're trying to really clear the decks and get everybody who isn't right now kind of so much closer to the end than the beginning.
To death?
Yeah.
So Gracie Allen and George Burns were on the vaudeville circuit. What would they do? They would dance and tell jokes and stuff like that?
I believe so. I'm not familiar with the origins of their thing, but he was just like she was funny. He was less funny.
And there's no like Amazon movie about them that Aaron Sorkin's going to write right now.
No, I hope he does. Being the Burns Allens is next.
Were they a couple? Besides a couple of kooks, were they a couple?
Weren't they a couple? Yeah. I don't know.
Why don't you know more about Burns and Allen?
About their personal life? I know about their the act, like
the sex act
stuff. No, not the sex act. Oh my God.
What?
I have a hard time looking at that screen.
I'm not looking at myself. I
want to look at you, but I don't want to look at me.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that on Zoom you got to look at yourself. You got to make sure that you don't have you're not going to have a Tubin situation, which has happened to me like 6 or 7 times. I mean, we've got to give Tubin the benefit of the doubt here. Like that's happened to everyone,
Yeah.
right? Like he was just doing what everyone
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. I'm doing my pants because I'm going to go tubing tonight. Right? Tubing tonight. Hey, everybody go tubing tonight. What did he do? He actually just like exposed himself to the camera, or he was like literally getting his jollies?
I think he was getting his jollies, and he like moved the camera down to his I think it was a pan.
Did it have a slide whistle sound when it was down?
I think it was a theremin.
No, he yeah, that's unfortunate that he was just
it was I mean, he was just doing what all of us do on meetings. It's so unfair that he had to take like, I think CNN gave him like 2 paid weeks of vacation off, and then they obviously put him back on TV right away. But like, I think that was super unfair. Like sometimes we're not ready to go on vacation. Sometimes we need a chance to, you know, figure out where we're going to go, plan the activities, figure out what we're going to pack, figure out how we're going to, you know, show people our dingus.
Yeah, we have to, those things have to be premeditated. And yeah, it's unfortunate that his name is Tubin, and then
that he went tubing.
He went tubing and got caught with a tube like part of the body being on camera. Like those are the things that make it like when it's like, oh, there's a woman on Long Island, a kid shot the wife of the older guy she was having an affair with.
Oh, that's horrible. What are their names?
Her name is Amy Fisher.
Okay.
And his name is Joey Buttafuoco. Then it was just
Jay Leno's like head explodes somewhere. Every time that happens, Jay Leno's like chin gets bigger.
Wait, did you say Joey Buttafuoco? Like his head starts expanding.
His head starts swelling. His chin does that thing when like you see one of these clowns, you know, one of these balloon artists. You ever see one of these balloon artists? They inflate like an oblong balloon, and like the end of it like gets really excited really fast.
Yeah. Did I ever see one? Julie, what do you think I've been doing on
weekends
since I've been here in Los Angeles?
Well, you told me you were in the entertainment business.
Yeah. It's always me on the over on the Walk of Fame, and it's like the squeaking sounds from those balloons. That's why it's such a timeless
art. Is people
You want a dog? And it just sounds like you're killing a dog, and then suddenly you just have some balloons that are tied together. Hey, what balloon animal do you want? What do you want? A hat? Then it's just like, yeah, I guess that's a hat. But it's the most violent thing you've ever seen. Brett, can you bring up a video of somebody making balloon animals? Please.
2 things. One is, I will say it's a very bizarre art to have been this timeless, considering how obnoxious that sound is.
Yes, it's.
Second, what if you and I start going around to these balloon artists?
Yeah.
We tell them what we want, and then we have like, we have steak knives in our back pocket.
Oh, do we just immediately pop them?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like, thanks. Oh, I love it.
Because how long are you supposed to carry around? I'm just going to say a balloon, any balloon.
Yeah.
If someone gives you a balloon, you go, oh, wow. Then what do? How long do you carry a balloon? Let's open this up to the general
I kind of think
public.
today's show now, whatever topic we had planned.
Throwing it away. We're only talking about the lifespan of a balloon as a gift.
How long you're supposed to hold on to a balloon above the age of 8.
I'm going to say this. You and Brett are both in the Forever Dog studio.
Yeah.
On the West Coast.
Yep.
Planning a a coup against me, 2 against 1.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make a whole thing out of the Forever Dog studio last week because I was like, I don't know if this is gonna collapse. I don't know if there's gonna be bloopers. I don't know if this is gonna be a disaster. I can now see everything is going really smoothly and it looks great and it sounds great. And I want to congratulate you and the West Coast in general from the bottom of my heart for having such a cool setup.
Yeah, it's insanely impressive.
That's so nice. Thank you,
Insanely
Julie. That means a lot.
impressive. And I'm sorry if it was a belated congratulations, but you know, here in Judaism, we don't have baby showers. We kind of like wait for both shoes to drop and maybe a third one. Just in case you got a centipede upstairs.
Yeah. You know my favorite thing about the whole Double Threat studio is that you're on camera looking amazing.
Oh.
I'm here. And I love that little plug.
Great.
I love that little plug in the bottom left corner.
Oh, it's great. It's like a little...
I love that there's a little cord. It's like a little peek behind the curtain.
Uh-huh. Touch it. Touch it.
It's
other side. Yeah.
Hey, wait, this video looks like that's the theater that me and Worcester did our Rock Rod and Roll shows in Brooklyn.
And that guy looks like that guy who makes those cakes that Brett keeps trying to make and hides the recipe from the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Sal DiRiso.
I am talking about Sal DiRiso. He looks like he's about to make
/ con man.
He looks like he's about to make a lemon delight so quickly that you're gonna be like, what the fuck was that?
If you hear somebody order soy chorizo, does it give you flashbacks to Sal DiRiso?
Brett?
I
think you just had one now. I think it was like Jacob's Ladder up in this piece.
Yeah, sorry guys, you're gonna have to repeat whatever the last 30 seconds because I was in a little bit of a
fugue
I don't know what
state?
you call it. Yeah, fugue state, sort of a wormhole, memory hole. Because even though I made those lemon delights, I don't know. I don't think I did them. I still don't think I did them right.
How many lemon delights did you end up eating? Because I assume you ate the ones that didn't turn out well. Like you got to eat them anyway, right? Or do you not? Or when you see them that they're not perfect, you just throw them in the trash?
No, I eat them anyway as a sort of punishment, as a sort of self-chastisement.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's just the most cruel punishment you can inflict upon yourself to eat a dessert that's
slightly imperfect cake.
Yeah, that's amazing but not perfect. Fine. Sit down and eat, you idiot. Nom, nom, nom. Yeah. No, I'll next time you want to punish yourself with a dessert that's 98% of the way there, Brett, give me a call.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you carry that burden of self-flagellation.
Brett's version of a cake wreck is something that perhaps doesn't have the right amount of meringue.
Did you see?
But is otherwise delicious.
Did you see that Netflix show about Is It a Cake?
That's not a show, is it?
Well, let's watch this balloon guy first.
Okay. But is that a real show? They took that meme and
100%.
This video is called How to Become a Balloon Animal Artist.
Hi, I'm Jonas Kane, and I'm here at the Veritas Theater at the beautiful Elms College in Chicopee, Massachusetts. I am a magician and a balloon sculptor, having performed and provided entertainment solutions for many, many years. Visit my website at www.jonaskane.com.
I want, Brett, can you find literally a dude on the street?
Yeah.
Also, I can't hear any squeaking, and that to me is what I like. I mean, ultimately, you could just squeak stuff, and then then you could just be like, "Ta-da!" and it's still the balloon. But I'll feel like I got my money's worth because I want the experience.
Yes, I want the squeaks. I want the flailing arms.
All right, I got the guy.
Here we go. Oh, this better not be me. I hope this isn't one of me. I hope they didn't catch me on video. Oh no, this is me.
It's not you.
It's
That's
me.
not a hat that you would wear. So this is a guy wearing a hat made out of his own balloon.
Well, that's the
creation.
loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What is that supposed
Brett,
to
I'm going
be?
to respectfully
Yes.
say, I know you're pulling these things up on the fly. I cannot wear headphones anymore. With this is truly
This
the
is
loudest
what
thing
we
I've
do.
ever heard.
This is why we like it, though. We like that. We like the squeaks. We like the.
I can't hear anything. Please stop the video. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I cannot. It was the loudest. I gotta turn this down. That was truly the loudest thing I've ever heard.
The squeaks?
No, there was like a all of that. Was I the only one that heard
the street
that?
noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty loud.
I'm still working. I mean, Julie,
Oh,
I
no.
appreciate your compliments before. I am still working on the mix over here, though. So I think maybe Tom got the worst of that one.
That's fine.
Sounded pretty normal to Julie and me. I think
It's
Tom
the level
unfortunately
surprise
got a
of
bad mix on that. Yeah.
experiences here.
No, that was truly deafening. I'm not joking.
Sorry.
My ears are throbbing right now. So,
You should go to an ear doctor and explain.
So anyway, I do this podcast, right? And
Anyway,
the guy,
so Julie mentioned that like Jay Leno's chin inflating whenever someone mentioned Joey Buttafuoco was kind of like a balloon artist.
So then I start talking about balloon animal artists and saying I'm one of them. And then so then our producer, who's also on air, he's a producer, he's an editor too.
He does
on the
everything.
show. He does name a job. It's faster to name the jobs he doesn't do on the show than to name the ones
And he'll
he
be
does.
the first one to tell you, honestly. But that's fine because it's well earned.
Yeah, no, and so he turns up the clip, and it's so loud. The street noise is so loud, so that's why I can't hear.
And the ear doctor's like, "What? Wait, what was the clip of?"
And I'm like, what?
And then he takes out a big long balloonie, and he twists it into the shape of headphones, and he puts them on your ears, and he goes, "All done."
Yeah. And I was like, oh, look, I would have preferred you helped me with my hearing, but this balloon hat's pretty nice.
It's not
I'm
a hat;
okay.
it's headphones. He goes, "Now
Oh.
you don't need to listen to anyone." But me, your doctor, and then he pops them, and you go, "Oh!" And then you go, "I'm back to where I was." And he goes, "That's because life is like treating characters for amnesia on sitcoms. You just have to do it again." And then you say, "But it didn't pop." And he goes, "No, I know." And then he takes out his laptop and he shows you the same clip. And then he takes off his mask and he's Brett.
And he's Brett. And I'm like, put another job down on your list. Fake doctor. Fake ear doctor. So, look, balloon animal thing. What was the other clip you were just asking for, Julie?
I don't remember.
The cake game show hosted by Mikey Day.
By Mikey Day is hosting it.
What is he hosting? The is it a cake or not?
Yeah. Is there a trailer by any chance?
Oh, I'm
Brett?
sure there is. Here
That
it is.
seems like a fake show in a way of like, it may as well be called, is the dress blue and black or white and gold?
Yeah. Or might as well be called Internet, the TV show.
This is a bowling ball, and this is a cake. What? This show is insane. You are all here because you are all talented at making cakes that look like everyday objects. Oh, that is cake. And now that incredibly specific skill.
The only
can
thing
earn
this
you
does is make me
thousands
hungry
of
for
dollars.
cake.
Yeah.
I get to ask the best question ever.
Or
Is
hungry
it
to
cake?
bite into a bowling
I
ball.
have won a lot of
Is this the best question
competitions,
ever?
and I always like to win.
What I do is the weirdest thing in the world.
The way
there are
they
people
should do it,
saving lives, and
I
am
feel,
making cake
that you
look
got to
like
chomp
other
the thing.
Let's keep those squeaks down.
You mean in other words, it's not a interesting.
Not a knife.
Right.
You got to bite that thing. Is this bowling ball a cake or not? Go bite it and find out. Oh! It was a bowling ball!
You have to watch poor Bobby Moynihan bleed from his gums?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Bobby Moynihan has to he has to get a running start from across the room, mouth open, and then just chomp the bowling ball in front of them, and then just go, "It was a bowling ball. My teeth all are broken."
My teeth all are broken.
Well, he's scared because of he's not putting words in the right order.
Shows before I did this.
The weird thing about this as a gig for Mikey Day is in all of those sketches, he's like, that's not real. Like, he's always the straight man. He's the one who who's just like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And now he's the one that says, this is crazy that this shoe is cake.
I guess. Let's go on the show, Tom.
We should go on the show. Or we should
make our own like terrible version of it.
What
where
if
we
should
make
do
a Hostess cupcake look like, I don't know, a bunny. We're like, is it a bunny?
Or we go on and we're like, what if we do a really bad version where we're just like, is this a cake? And just some things are clearly cake and other things are just clearly not cake. Like everyone can guess everything. Just like, are these headphones cake? It's like, no, those are headphones.
I mean,
I
think that the whole
They're
premise of our
headphones.
show is that we scream at people to eat it.
Yeah. Eat it.
Eat it.
Find out. Only one way to find out. It's cake or
That
not.
should be the name of the show, is Only One Way to Find Out.
Only one way. It should be called Double Threat Presents.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out, eat it. Just eat it. Eat it, just eat it.
Because then it could go into, because then inevitably we'll get sued by Netflix, and then we'll change it to, is it concrete?
Yeah, then we'll just change it to, is this concrete?
And then people will come on thinking it's, because isn't a concrete like a dessert? Doesn't someone call like a sundae a concrete? I think it's a regional thing, or a restaurant has a. Hey, Brett, we have a food question for you.
Oh, I hear it, and I embarrassingly don't know the answer. I've never heard concrete before.
Yeah, well, I think somebody's going to be whipping up concretes all weekend now. Obsessed. Sorry, Sandy. I know Daddy said he'd play with you, but he needs to make a thing that he just heard about.
Concrete.
Here, Freddy's. Right? I found this Freddy's frozen custard menu.
Yeah,
they do. It looks like like concrete is sort of interchangeable for sundae.
Ah.
Now I want to say something.
Where's
yes?
I've never been to Freddy's frozen custard. That's all.
Okay.
I've never had a concrete. I've just heard of it. I'm in the dessert community.
I picture a show where Brett's back in Terralingua.
Oh, yeah.
You're at Freddy's.
That's the last time you felt alive, wasn't it, Brett?
Yeah.
No, you had the slide. The slide brought you back to your...
Oh, yeah.
You're at Freddy's frozen custard. And where am I? I'm on the Hollywood Walk of Fame doing balloon animals. And we do a show with each of us in a different location.
Mm-hmm. Can I be in the can I be at the Marionetta chicken? Can I ride the chicken? Are you allowed to ride the chicken?
No, but
you get arrested by the sheriff.
That's a missed opportunity, though, in my mind. I mean, there should be some sort of, maybe a little like what are those little rail, like inclined rail cars that go up the side of things? You know, you could do one of those like inclined rail cars.
Sure.
You could probably add a sort of Ferris wheel style thing to it fairly easily.
For the giant chicken down in Georgia that a guy mayor lost his job over or whatever, right? That one?
Well, that's the fake chicken. That's the Thomasville one that is just a
That's
mess.
the bad chicken.
Yes. We're talking about the big chicken, which is in Marietta, Georgia, which
Pardon
is the
me,
only
boys. Is this the Thomasville chicken? No, this is the fake one.
Pardon me, boys. Is this the Marionetta chicken? It's like the guy goes up to every chicken.
He just, Pardon me, boys.
Is that the Marionetta chicken?
And
so,
No, it's not.
So we are not allowed to ride the chicken, is what you're saying.
No, not currently. That's never been a part of it. I mean, I think there's always been a fear of the chicken kind of like being sort of becoming dangerous or violent, because I never told you this part of the story, but when they originally built the chicken in the 60s, the first time they had this big grand opening for it, and it was built by this Georgia Tech engineering student, and then there was all this hoopla, this whole big grand opening ceremony, and then when they turned it on, I guess they hadn't tested it ahead of time, but when they turned it on and the eye starts moving and the beak starts going, it shattered all the windows in the restaurant. So all these people are gathered around for this big grand opening ceremony, and suddenly there's just shards of glass just fly into the audience, and it sort of crumpled the infrastructure imagine like a sort of, I don't know, like a cake that doesn't rise properly. It kind of like the whole infrastructure sort of sagged and crumpled, and the glass all shattered and went everywhere.
So just imagine the first 18 rounds of Lemon Delights.
Exactly. Yeah.
That didn't rise correctly.
When you say turn the chicken on, what are you talking about? I didn't know that there was an electrical component of the chicken.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the big thing was not only is it big, but it's animated. It's like, so this was the big sort of Frankenstein moment where you pull the switch, and then what was supposed to happen was the eye rotates and the beak goes up and down. But I guess something with the vibrations and whatnot.
Were their screams heard?
Apparently, it was very horrific. It was a really horrific scene.
It was a Marionetta chicken massacre.
Hey, man, the windows are all broken. I don't know what's going on here. This chicken broke all the windows. The infrastructure of this has been compromised.
And they didn't turn it on again for 30 years. It lay dormant. It didn't. No, I swear this is true. And then when they went in there,
this is the night the chicken went out in Georgia.
It lay dormant for 30 years. Someday.
We're going to turn that chicken on again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, with God as my witness, I'm turning that chicken back on.
When you say dormant, you mean that it was just a what would you call it?
Well,
a
the restaurant,
a statue, a structure.
Yeah, it's a sculpture, I think. I think a sculpture is the right term. And it was the restaurant was still functional, so you could go into the restaurant, but the chicken just sort of slowly decayed over these 30 years. It really fell into disrepair. And then when KFC bought it, I think in the 80s, they're the ones that decided that they were like, we're going to renovate this thing. We're going to turn it on for the first time. We're going to resurrect it. But they had a lot of work to do because the entire inside of the chicken was rotted out because pigeons had been shitting in there for 30 years. So there was like 30 years of pigeon feces that had literally, kind of rotted out the beams and the interior of it.
That was my nickname in high school. All of that. Everything you said for the last 5 minutes, that was my nickname in high school. Basically, the other kids implied I was
it rotted from the inside, and because pigeons like to use it to shit in.
Pigeon crap, and yeah, it had only been plugged in once.
High school was tough for you.
I'd like to propose at this town hall meeting that we turn the chicken back on.
No, you couldn't. And then people who
madness.
People who lost loved ones in the glass incident were like,
my grandfather was in that restaurant that night when the chicken was plugged in and the glass flew everywhere. It was horrible. He's still scarred by it. We're never turning that chicken back on.
Then there's pigeons in the town hall. They have something to say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute how they talk like that.
Now, Brett.
Yeah.
You said that today you needed to do some spring cleaning.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for
what did that mean?
I really appreciate this because I know it was a big ask.
What did you mean by that?
Well, you were talking to yourself under your breath, muttering like Popeye the Sailor Man.
Yeah.
I keep this spreadsheet of all the clips that get sent to us. I go in and like a diligent accountant. I put in the YouTube URL. I put in who sent it. I put in a little description. And this thing is
this guy's got to give us every detail on everything he does.
Otherwise, he's not.
Somebody emails him a clip. He just turned it into a 15-stage process. You think he was building a space shuttle.
He's proving how hard he's working.
Yeah, you might as well put CPA on the end of my name, but based on how elaborate the spreadsheet is. So I put every clip in there.
You know accountants count, right? You know they do taxes. You know what accountants do, right?
Yeah. You also know what the C in CPA stands for, right, Brett?
I'm gonna certified?
Certified.
Yes,
You're not certified.
Yes, Mrs. Carmichael.
Might as well throw a CPA on there. Oh yeah, we'll throw it on there when you are seed.
Public accountant.
When you're seed, we'll put CPA on there.
Are you counting the clips?
Might as well put MD on there while we're at it.
And I put PhD.
Yeah.
This spreadsheet's getting out of control because it's so big, it's so long. People send, and look, that's just a testament to how great our listeners are. They just keep flooding the clips in. So many great clips every week. But I look at this thing and I'm like, man, it gets bigger every week.
Unwieldy.
We can't keep up with how many clips are coming in. So I requested, let me go back some clips that have been in there for a long time that I've never got to. Some of these go back, 1 year, 2 years ago. So we're going to go in a little time machine today. We're going to go back, clean out some of these old clips. And there's some good stuff. It was like opening up the vault and digging around, and I found some great stuff for today.
I love it.
So this first clip I've got for you today, this comes from the 2000 Video Music Awards, the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards, and this was
Jamiroquai. What was 2000? Did Chris Rock host?
Yeah, is this Tim 2K climbing on the onto the little MTV VMA overhang?
It's not that, but this was a very eventful VMA. So there was a lot going on. This clip I wanted to show you. This was in the heat of the Metallica versus Napster battle, if you remember.
Oh,
can I guess?
sure.
Is this the Wayans brothers?
Yes, it is.
The
I don't
acting?
know this one.
Oh my God, I have not
good?
seen this since it aired. I'll say this: in the course of that, this is my recollection. In the course of that episode, they had a skit, and these were skits, not sketches. The Wayans brothers were hosting. Two of the Wayans brothers were hosting. I think
around
Damon
White
and
Chicks.
Marlon.
Were they promoting White Chicks? Do you think?
Maybe Little Man or White Chicks. One of the oeuvre. They had one skit that kind of made fun of Metallica for the Napster thing, and then they had one that like sided with Metallica.
Ooh.
Am I correct in that?
Yes, yeah. And we're going to watch one that sided with Metallica.
I remember,
Oh,
I think
good.
about this sometimes, and I say to myself, yeah, that happened, right? And now I'm going to get a chance to see this for the first time. Oh, my goodness.
Hello? Hey, frat boy. What the hell do you think you're doing, man?
Holy crap! Do you know who you are? You're freaking Lon Dog from Metallica. I love everything you do. Well, except for that bad show you hosted.
You know what? Maybe I wouldn't have to whore myself out if you kids didn't steal my music.
Whoa. We're not stealing, okay? We're just sharing with each other, you know?
So it's like if I take this soda can right here, take a sip out of it.
Oh, my God. I'm sharing my soda with Lars Ulrich.
And you know what? I'm just sharing 10 years of groupies with you, frat boy. I'm starting to like this whole sharing thing. Hey, boys!
So yeah, they're coming into his dorm room and taking all his stuff.
And slapping a Napster sticker on it. Everything.
Napster. Sharing's only fun when it's not your stuff.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That was.
Look, I'll say this. You can obviously have the discussion about artists' rights and stealing and people getting compensated properly for their art. Of course, that's a legit issue. And it's something I'm on the side of the artists with, not some dumb company. But I don't need to see Lars Ulrich go like, yeah, you're trying to take my money, man. And I'm trying to make my living. I got,
right.
It's like,
I need to buy another.
Really hard up these days.
Right. I need to buy another Jeff Koons.
Yeah. This guy, like in the car, like he's trying to paint it like just like, not like, hey, you're stealing other artists' money. Like he's making it like, I'm having a hard time making ends meet over here.
He's a masterful sketch actor. I think both of them together have a chemistry that can only be described as horrible.
Yeah, no, there's no chemistry there. Literally zero chemistry. And I think there's a funny little charming moment when Lars Ulrich drinks his soda, which is the most disgusting thing ever, to walk into a room and just start drinking somebody else's soda. And then they go, oh my God, I'm sharing a soda with Lars Ulrich. And he's like, you just shared 10 years of groupies and stuff. So he's just saying he's disease riddled.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, yeah, he's bragging about being
I have every disease.
I was going to say, I liked how sexist it is, but you're right. It is funnier that he's bragging about being disease riddled.
Yes. He's saying, I'm germ ridden.
I'm disgusting.
You don't know how many germs I have in me. I'm disgusting. I have every sexual transmitted disease you can get. And now you do. Because you shared a soda. Well, that's not how that works either. Like, you don't. He's like, I had sex with all these groupies. And now you had a sip of soda. And you got, it's like, that's not how.
Also, it's
the
like
transmission of sexually transmitted diseases don't work through soda.
You're assuming that he's going to keep drinking the soda after you did. It's like you come in. He's more likely to get something than you are.
I'm starting to like the sharing. And they go in, they start just grabbing just prop garbage from around the room, trophies.
Uh-huh.
And I love that background fake Metallica music. No, that's...
I could picture Lars Ulrich psyching himself up for the next take, trying to be like, remember how mad you are at Napster? Put that energy into your comedy.
Yeah. Channel it. Channel the anger at Napster into the comedy. He's so... Again,
cool.
He could make the point and say, look, we're rich. We're richer than we'll ever know what to do with all the money. But what about poor artists? Like, no, he's talking about himself as if he doesn't have enough. He's got to take the bus home from, like, that's how he's acting.
Mm-hmm. I think he's cool. I think that sketch was really funny. Mm-hmm. I think that set was really impressive. I'm sure they sunk a lot of money into that dorm room set, and I really liked at the end when he stole his girlfriend and put a Napster sticker on her rear end. I thought that was really cool, really interesting, and really great.
I did too. I liked also that I also like that Lars Ulrich is just so confident in his position on this.
Yes.
That
he thinks everyone's on his side.
He thinks the audience is going to be cheering for him.
Yeah.
The other thing about Lars Ulrich is the thing. This guy's a legendarily subpar drummer. Legendarily. Everybody knows he's not that good. It's the biggest. It's not even an open secret anymore. It's just basically public knowledge. So it's like you've gotten the freest of free rides.
Yeah, yeah.
The universe has given you the freest of free rides.
Mm-hmm. He is a disapproving dad, though.
Oh, that dad.
The orc dad.
Yeah, no, I actually spent some time with that dad. It was me, Lars Ulrich's dad, a few hobbits, and and we had to destroy this ring.
And was Merlin the magician in your posse at that point?
No, it was
Frodo.
Some other ones, Lars Ulrich's dad,
Mm-hmm.
and what's his face, Macho Man,
Bilbo Baggins.
No, what's that actor's name?
The Rock.
Good looking dude.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Viggo Mortensen.
It's exciting. We have Tom Sharpley, Julie Klausman, and Viggo Mortensen. I got Viggo Mortensen here and Julie Klausman.
Tom Sharpley. The question
He actually went backwards, which is the most amazing part. He got it right at a point and then started to get it so much more wrong.
He wrote it down.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to write this down because I'm a professional.
Yeah.
And Tom and Julie are, of course, talking about our 100th episode live stream, which you can watch in all its entirety, as well as you can also watch this episode on foreverdog.plus.
That's right. Foreverdog.plus is where you get all the visual component of Double Threat. And boy, oh boy, is that a visual component.
You are not going to want to miss
A feast for the eyes.
It's a feast for the eyes. It's a Sultan's feast for the eyes. And I say,
if your dog is named
Sultan. Yes. Come here, Sultan.
Just because of that, Tom, I really do want to get a dog just to name him Sultan.
It's my favorite joke
It's
ever.
such a good joke. It's such a good joke.
It's when it's just like,
and then I'll say, "Come in, Sultan."
Yeah, because at the Trump Taj Mahal, their buffet was called the Sultan's Feast, and that's so I took it upon myself to take the old classic joke where it's like, "This is a meal fit for a king. Come here, king. Come here, boy."
Well, speaking of a feast for the eyes, and speaking of Lord of the Rings, that's a 2-for-1. Speaking of, right there.
How are we doing with this clean out? Are we making good progress?
I already feel less cluttered. This spreadsheet's getting less cluttered by the minute here. So we swept out Lars Ulrich and the 2000 VMAs. Now, here is a clip from a reality show called Four Weddings. It's a British reality show called Four Weddings. This was sent to us by Alistair. Thank you very much, Alistair. And in this reality show, there's 4 brides, and they each attend each other's weddings and then rate each other's weddings in this show. And this clip comes from one of those weddings where the groom took it upon himself to have a little surprise during the ceremony. So let's see what this old groom is up to.
Oh, don't tell me. I can't wait. What do you guess the surprise is, Julie?
Someone is missing, and it's probably the BTK.
You say the BTK killer is at the wedding. I say Bill Medley from the Righteous Brothers shows up and goes, "I had the time of my life, and I'll never." Do you think that the woman Jennifer Warren singing that is just kind of like,
yeah?
Was she just like, "You're like 40 years older than me"?
Also, you really need that kind of a run up, because I have a feeling that song just went, "I had the time."
Yeah, and he's got to go. Wah.
He needed to ease into it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Four weddings. Four weddings.
I do. Everything was going great. It was very personal, very intimate. Everything Tanya was looking for. Until.
Peter, can we have the rings, please?
Gollum!
Oh no, it's Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Walking on all fours like an animal.
Yeah.
This thing was so hideous, and I was like, this is not happening.
I need the ring.
No, my
This sucks.
That's disgusting. I do not think that is appropriate for a wedding.
It's a guy. Hold on. I think hit pause for a second. They said, "Hey, can we get the rings now?" And then over a little like hill, this guy basically in
Grown
a jock
man.
strap and a bow tie. It's like if and dressed like Gollum. And he's like, I have the rings. And all of these people at the wedding are just like, that is disgusting. Can you back up a little bit to hear the woman say it was disgusting?
So hideous. And I was like, this is not happening.
I need the ring.
No, must have photography. That's disgusting.
I think it's funny.
Think that is appropriate for a wedding. Who wants a gargoyle or whatever he is at your wedding? Like, it was weird.
I will say, I do agree. It is weird.
Who wants a gargoyle?
Who wants a gargoyle at your wedding? It's weird.
I love that some people can't keep their interests at bay
Compartmentalized.
long enough to be just like, well, I got to get some Lord of the Rings into this wedding. Like, I love Lord of the Rings so much. It's like, oh, no, you love it. It's your favorite thing. I know that too. We got to get some Lord of the Rings into this wedding, though. No, we don't. We don't. You can still, they will not diminish your love of Lord of the Rings if we just have a wedding without Lord of the Rings elements in it.
Right. Like, not everything is a graduation collage. Like, I gotta mention how much she likes musicals.
If I don't do a Lord of the Rings thing, people are going to wonder if I still love Lord of the Rings. No, they're not, because you still talk about it all the time.
But he's like, but it's too perfect because during a wedding at one point you ask for rings.
And then, come on, it's rings, Gollum, the ring. You tell me, if I had a Gollum come across here with the little bow tie
and then they're like, well, who would it be? And he's like, Kevin.
Kevin will do it.
He's like, Kevin. Obviously it'll be Kevin.
Give him $30.
I don't want Kevin at my wedding. I don't want Kevin at my wedding.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
And this guy's like, no, it's me, the rings. Like, he's like too into it. Where
he's
you're just
so
like,
into it.
All right. Andy Serkis was not giving it all you're giving it.
Talk about making something.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Then he's got a rubber chicken.
Go away from Master.
Is that in the movie?
Go away from Master.
Yeah. No, that's the exciting final scene in the movie when Gollum smashes a rubber chicken all over the place.
I don't really keep my eye on that. Or watch tenure. The sentimental value for me was lost.
You may kiss your bride.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but me.
For weddings, this is their day.
It's a good show. It looks like a good show.
Looks like a good show. Oh, my precious. I told you what happened when I was making fun of Andy Serkis on Twitter, and then like a name actor started defending him against me. And I'm just kind of like, I was like, why are you following me? Just leave me alone.
Right.
Like, because I was saying anybody could do it, Andy Serkis.
I know that's one of your
it's one of my go-to
things you say.
I think about it all the time. I could do that. This is what it would take for me to get into Andy Serkis shape.
Ping pong balls.
Some ping pong balls, a unitard, some ping pong balls. I'll take like 3 yoga classes. I'll make sure I'm as flexible as can be. I'll be all ready. And then just get me on the sound stage. Who am I today? Oh, King Kong. Okay. Ooh. You guys rolling? Ooh.
Are you guys rolling? You ask them if they're rolling.
You guys rolling? Here we go. You're only going to get it once, so make sure you're rolling. Because that's
really
that's even a monkey. You're doing a bird. Yeah, in case a bird shows up or something.
So you're telling me you would show up to set,
Yeah.
you would ask, are you rolling? And then you wouldn't wait for direction or anything.
No, this is how it would go with me. I'd call. I would change in my car into the ping pong ball outfit. Then I call.
I think you're.
I'm at the McDonald's drive-thru because it's morning, so I'm probably getting like an Egg McMuffin. I'm like, no meat on it. Put it to the side because I'll give it to my dog later. Then I call and I go, I'm 5 away. Better be rolling. Then suddenly the door flies open. I come in and the ping pong ball is like, okay, what's up first? They're like, okay, the scene when King Kong is climbing the Empire State Building. I'm like, great, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then I'm like, you got it. And then I just leave. And
you might want to pretend that you're climbing in place.
It's like, fine, you want another? Okay, well, let's go again. Let's go again, everybody. We're going again. Like I just yell at the crew. We're going again. Quiet.
And then you realize that they're going to do sound in post. You're like, actually, you can make as much noise as you want. So this actor on Twitter told you he's a friend of mine and you better watch out.
Saying I worked on King Kong.
And he did really amazing stuff that you could never do.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, yeah, you're wrong.
You're king wrong.
I'll do it. You're king wrong. And this is like a name actor. Did I ever name the person?
I don't know.
I don't know if I ever named them.
Jessica Lange?
They're in King Kong. And their dad was in Philadelphia.
Is it Fay Ray?
Their dad played Forrest Gump, and they were in King Kong. But I'm not going to say who it is.
Gary Sinise.
Not going to say who it is. Got news for you, Brett. Gary Sinise did not play. He played Lieutenant Dan.
God damn it.
No, but look, it was a. I would defend my friend too, in a circumstance like that. But I would also, if I was on the other side, I'd be like, I would have to admit, if anybody could do what my friend did, I would also know that in the back of my mind that I could.
Did you respond?
No, I let that go. But God bless everybody.
I was going to say you could save yourself a step by leaving the car. You get your Egg McMuffin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you get the green unitard a little stained.
Yeah, there's just like they're
with
like,
grease
we're
on
picking up on something on the monitor here. Yeah, that Egg McMuffin.
And then
Egg McMuffin grease.
You could have
wipe it out in post.
You could have a bag of ping pong balls that you stick onto yourself between your walk from the car to the actual set.
Mm-hmm.
And then while someone's talking to you, you throw one up in the air and catch it on your Velcro body.
I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. And I'm sticking ping pong balls on me while I'm walking to
one at a time.
Yeah, we're good. I'm going to do some King Kong thing now. I'll be free in 5. Give me 5. I'll call you back in 5 minutes.
And then while they're resetting, because you're like, they have to reset.
I'm saying that I'm currently walking toward the set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even on set yet, but I'm saying I'll be back. I'll be free in 5 minutes, which is giving them a good 90 seconds of filming with me. I'm a monkey. You're good. We got it. Let me know when it comes out.
You know what I think would be fun one time if you show up with the ping pong balls making a smiley face on your chest.
Yeah, I just do the ping pong balls and a smiley face.
And you go, that'll be for the editor.
That's one that's one to keep the spirits light for the post people. I like to take care of all aspects of production. Give them a laugh. Quiet.
You turn around and there's an arrow pointing to your butt made out of ping pong balls.
And I just keep yelling the whole time that I hear someone talking. Someone's talking on this soundstage, and if you don't shut up, I can't do my job.
You're going to have to find another King Kong.
I'm the best in the biz.
You say the circus is in town.
The circus is in town. Tom Serkis.
And you spell it C-I-R-C-U-S. Yeah.
I just start calling myself Tom Serkis.
You call yourself Tom Circus.
Well, I'm telling you, Julie, you just created. What about a shirt through TeePublic? It's green.
Ping
the
pong
shirt
balls,
is only available as green, but it has a ping pong ball smiley face on it. No other context for anything.
Terrible.
That might be the lowest selling one.
I don't think we should do that, Tom. I think we need our logo on there somewhere.
All right, you got it. We're good. Moving on. Next scene. King Kong fights a plane. Okay, let me get ready for this.
And the director is like, I don't know what script he's looking at.
Ooh! Ah! And they're like, we don't need the plane sounds.
We don't need you to be the plane.
There's no mics here, dude.
And then you're like, I need it.
I need it. It's process. Who's talking? Somebody is talking. If you can't shut your mouths.
It's me, Steven Spielberg.
It's me, Tom Serkis. I don't care if Spielberg is talking. You take it out. When that red light goes on.
The light goes on, your mouth goes shut.
The circus is in town. When that red light goes on, the circus is in town. Now here we go. I'm fighting a plane. Planes.
Then they
Good.
see by your legs.
Moving on. King Kong is with Fay Ray. Pretty lady.
And they see by your legs you ran out of ping pong balls.
She looks like a banana.
You've got tennis balls strapped to your legs because you ran out of ping pong ones.
Yeah. There's what's going on in this town? There's no ping pong balls. I went to 2 Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's
what is it?
And I'm going to take that out of your. I'm going to invoice you for these too, Chief. You call the director Chief.
Yeah. Hey, Chief. These were not cheap. Pay me now, or I don't go on set. I want it now in cash. There was a thing I heard that Aretha Franklin was would when she was on Letterman, she brought her purse onto the set.
She would always bring her purse on stage. She did that in at the Kennedy Center when she sang "You Make Me Feel" for Carole King. Like she was always bringing her purse with her.
Because I guess stuff had gotten stolen from her over the years, and she's just like, yeah, I want to keep my eye on my purse.
I think it's great. I think it was one of the coolest things ever.
I get it. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right. We've got a where's the CG guy? You can get this Egg McMuffin stain off the thing, right? King Kong won't have a weird Egg McMuffin stain on his fur, will he? You don't know how CG works, sir.
You're like, which camera's mine?
Yeah, which one's mine?
And then you look right into the camera. You're like, hey, editor.
Monkey.
you got this, right? You go, hi, editor. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
I go, what's up, buddy?
You go, you take care of me in
all right,
post,
I'm Pauly Shore in this one. All right, this one is going to be King Kong is fighting Pauly Shore. And they're like, what is he? Are we sure this is the guy? Like they're picturing there's somebody in a unitard tied up in a trunk somewhere. Like,
and you fed him the meat from your Egg McMuffin. You like open the trunk, threw him the meat, and then closed the trunk.
Yeah, it's yours. This clearly, like, he's clearly doesn't know how any of this stuff works. B, he's incredibly talentless.
C, he's really unprofessional. He's really rude.
He's really pushy and unprofessional. Like, I've never seen anybody know less about how a thing works with more confidence. All right, print it, cut it, put a star next to that one. That was a good one. Cut, print, we're good. See you at the premiere. Woo, woo.
You give them,
on the way out,
one of those on the way out.
Yeah, I go, ooh, ooh, that one was for free. But I really like to meet sick kids when I do my thing. Really moves me to when a sick kid sees me come in my ping pong ball outfit and I do my monkey. And the sick kid is like, I don't know what this is. Who is this guy? Hey, kids. Hey, kids, everybody's sick? Well, great. You're going to get cheered up now. Like, why wouldn't
it's like the healthiest kids in the world. They're just at a birthday party.
We're not sick.
Well, I am.
All right, I am. Cut it, print it, put a star next to that one. The circus is leaving town. Tom Serkis.
Oh man, you should bring a knapsack that's also green and has ping pong balls all over it that you like pour out the contents of whatever craft services table is there.
I just show up in the ping pong pool with a giant garbage, like an empty garbage bag. And I sweep everything off the craft service table into my garbage bag. I take everything.
You take it.
Water.
The cake.
The cake. Where's that pineapple? You idiots always have some sort of pineapple upside down cake on these shoots. Put it in the bag or I don't shoot. It's still frozen. It was for lunch. I don't care. Well, it'll be defrosted by the time I'm home. Put it in my bag.
You're like the Grinch. You show up with an empty bag. Yeah. You're like the Grinch that stole.
All right, we're doing the Grinch this time? Okay. I'm so mad. I like presents. They're mine now. All right, you got that? We're good.
Is your face showing or do you have that hood over your face?
Oh, no, my face is it's just like a very narrow like circle that my face is barely poking through.
Because sometimes they want you in that hood.
Yeah, no, I just have the unitard on.
And you call the face the moneymaker.
Yeah.
You don't want to hide the moneymaker.
Can't hide the moneymaker.
But at one point you put 2 ping pongs in your eye sockets just to be goofy.
Yeah, just to keep the mood light on set.
I think we're done with the show.
I think so. I think that was.
I think we're done. Brett, was that helpful?
Oh no, I still got some more cleaning to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's still cluttered over here.
What else have you got?
All right, I got a couple more clips. We can go through these pretty quickly. They're all short. So next up, you guys remember? This is going back again. These are clips that were submitted, a year ago. You guys remember Quibi? Remember that?
I do. I remember Quibi.
Well, Quibi was this
Quick Bites.
Quick Bites, short video content. It was supposed to revolutionize media and the way we get.
I just sunk a bunch of money into Quibi. Where is it on the stock? What's the stock looking like?
It's doing great. Just give it another 6 months.
Yeah, I think it's just north of Theranos right now. Okay. It's just a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a panel. Now this is right before Quibi launched. The two heads of it, Jeffrey Katzenberg and Meg Whitman, did a panel where they were answering some questions. And we're gonna pick it up about halfway through here. So let's see what they got to say.
I asked a millennial about you guys, and
let's get
ask a millennial, right? And
there's a millennial,
and she said, Quibi is a dumb premise, and it will be a big failure. Mark my words. And I want to know, and the reason, by the way,
oh my God,
the justification
Did you
for
do
that.
1,000 people survey of this?
It was one.
Yeah,
I admit.
Yeah.
But seriously, the reasoning
well,
behind
thank
it.
Oh, Jeffrey Katzenberg
The reasoning
doing a
behind
bit.
Was that
Can you hit pause for a
not
second,
actually
Brett?
the way people consume video.
So just to set the stage, Jeffrey Katzenberg is dressed casual today.
He's wearing all black except for his white trainers and white socks.
Yeah, where he's just the kids will get this outfit.
Mm-hmm. And Meg Whitman has gone full Ann Taylor Loft.
Full substitute teacher. She's in full substitute teacher mode.
These children will sexualize me over my dead body.
Yeah, your teacher, your teacher's gonna be gone for the next 2 weeks, but we're gonna do well, and we're gonna keep moving things forward too. This is not just gonna be busy work. So, whenever a substitute teacher was just like, "No, we're gonna try to get some stuff done," it's like, "No, we're not." It was always like, "Oh, you believe that we're gonna do literally anything here? Oh, bless your heart." And then there's a guy on this who's this guy look like? It looks like if you crossed Taylor Negron with Harris Whittles.
I was thinking it was Bob Costas at first.
Like a young Bob Costas. Yeah, that's a good. And excuse me. And him just saying that a millennial said that Quibi sounds stupid and is going to fail. It's like, and they just seem truly surprised that anyone
would ever broach them with that notion because their underlings have just been, slobbing their knobs for the last few years.
Yeah. Just like, wait, that goes counter to the thing we tell people. How could anyone say that?
And they're trying to joke around. Like there's these bursts of nervous laughter. And also Jeffrey Katzenberg is like very clearly used to having people laugh at everything he says.
Yeah.
That's what the boss gets.
Because one of my least favorite types of joking is when somebody's like, "Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, goodbye." And they set their thing down.
And he
as
took
if
that
they're
far
leaving.
enough to put his microphone down, stand up, pretend he was leaving. Let's measure how long it takes for him to be like, "I'm just kidding," and sit back down.
Yeah. It's like
Let's see how long he commits to it.
It's like on the roasts when somebody somebody on the dais gets roasted and then they like stand up, "Hey, but they don't even have a microphone. They're just like, "Man, you can't say that." Blah, blah, blah. Like they're just performatively miming anger. Or they're like, "I'm out of here," and they start walking. Like they have to make it about.
This is a new contest. What's the least amount of time that someone pretended to leave?
Yeah,
let's get a contest out there.
Yeah.
Maybe actually, this is the contest. We want someone to. We could do it like a award show where it'll be like, and the winner of Mr. 7 Seconds is, and then we could do Mr. 6 Seconds.
We always, you know what, Julie? I think you're on to something huge with this. Like, there could be like challenges. What if we told like the listeners, like, find what's the dumbest clip of a dog or whatever, like something like that. And then it's just like an episode that's just, and this week
people pretending to walk out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like for people find us clips of what's the shortest somebody walking out clip.
And then what's the longest where someone pretended to be walking out.
Yeah.
But then turned around. So we want all of these examples because then Brett is going to play all of these clips in an award show, future award show episode. We're going to go down from like whatever it is, however long you find. If you find a 20-minute one, send that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to count down to the shortest ever. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Jeffrey Katzenberg's, I'm going to say, was like kind of, but if I had to guess, we're going to make our wagers here. I'm going to guess 4 seconds.
Yeah, I would say about. I'm with you on that. I'm going to say it's about.
Can we see
that?
I'm
going to play it again, and I'm going to run a timer. Hold on a second. Thank you.
But you're right. It's such a lazy gag.
It's like when anybody says like, "Thanks, Mom," when on a thing as if
when someone's like, "I love you."
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, Mom, I told you not to say that. It's always like those things to me. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say your mom's here.
Now, when do I start the timer? When he as he's getting up?
I'm going to say in this case, when he drops the mic, because he also makes a point of being like, I'm going to do a mic drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onto this hard plastic chair.
All right, here we go.
That's a great question, though, Brett.
Oh, thank you.
1,000 people survey of this?
It was one.
Yeah,
I
one.
admit.
Yeah.
But seriously, the reasoning behind it.
One.
The reasoning behind it was that this is not actually the way.
I have
video.
I have 6.1 seconds.
And
so
they
6.1 seconds.
And they moved on from his little performance, so he had to slap this look on his face as if he's having the time of his life, as if this is the funniest thing he's ever seen. Oh, that was rough.
Can we watch that again? I'm going to look at his face this time. He made a whole point of standing up and dropping the mic, though. So I sort of think that should go with the
And then
count. We'll have to figure this out closer to the show.
Yeah, that felt like maybe 7 seconds. I think I started a touch late.
Mm-hmm. Then he teetered there. Did you watch his little teeter-totter routine he did after watch?
Yeah,
I admit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But seriously, the reasoning behind it.
Watch this.
The reasoning behind it was that this is not actually the way.
He did a little teeter-totter there.
My God, it was like the guy from The Sopranos who was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he was. That guy was more flexible.
Can we watch that one more time?
Let's watch.
One more time.
But seriously, the reasoning behind it. The reasoning behind it was that this is not actually the way people consume video. The people of interest to you
I think he
consume
covered,
video. They're
I
not
think he,
interested
Let me just say to that millenni who you spoke to,
yes.
I'm not sure what planet she might be living on, because here are just a few incidental facts.
Sure.
There are 2.5 billion people who have smartphones. On one single platform alone, which is the most widely distributed, democratized, egalitarian platform ever, called YouTube, you have 2 billion monthly active users watching 1 billion hours a day. Obviously,
how many times did he say the word billion?
Yeah, you were right. You were right, Jeffrey.
Really
now you're right. That dumb kid didn't know what they were talking about. You proved him wrong. You shut him down when Quibi's bigger than ever. They're so arrogant the way well, we were figuring this would go from 25 to 35, and then we'd get 7 years on either side of everybody. So you've just assumed you're going to get 24 years of people, like the burst that they thought this thing was going to capture.
May as well just say 100. Just say 100 years on both sides.
Why don't you say 8 to 80 while you're at it?
Also, Jeff. Oh, right. Like when they say in board games, this game is suitable for ages 2 to 200.
Yeah.
If I'm 200, I'm not going to be playing Candyland.
I ain't playing no Candyland. Oh, Chutes and Ladders. Oh, what are we playing? Chutes and Ladders. Great grandpa.
No, just end it.
More,
just
please.
end it.
No more. No more chutes and ladders. It's pointless. Everything is pointless. Win? What does winning mean? I'm trapped in this vessel, this decaying vessel. Let me out. Let me move on to my next vessel, please. Please, I'll come back.
Mom, Grandpa keeps talking about his vessel.
I'll come back as a bird. I'll be a good bird. What would you want to come back as, Julie?
Absolutely a bird. No question.
Mm-hmm.
You get to fly. You have a beak. You know how much I want a beak?
No, I don't. I don't know anything about this.
Here's the thing. It's pointy. You don't have to worry about going to the dentist. There's no there's no weird rocks in your mouth.
So you want to be a bird because then there's no dentist in your future.
I don't have any of those. I mean, teeth are weird when you think about it. Ooh, I have got these rocks with roots.
What about this, Julie? I'm going to pitch something to you now. And this is a worst case scenario. God forbid this happens. You keel over, right? You come back. You're a bird. You're flying around New York. You see a building. You start flying to it. And then you see a windows open. You fly in. And who's in there but your old pal Jimmy Jazz?
Oh, that would be a privilege to be murdered.
And then you're like, Mark, Jimmy, it's me, Julie, Mark. Well, I don't know.
He doesn't know me as Julie.
And then suddenly he's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's your own cat is trying to get you.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dream.
That's the dream?
Yes!
To get eaten by your own cat, get reincarnated as a bird?
A, no teeth.
Okay, no teeth.
B, pointy beak.
Pointy beak, gotcha.
C, be able to fly.
Yeah, you'll have all of those.
D, killed by my cat.
Killed by your own cat. Fair enough. Brett, what would you want to come back as?
Oh, like an immersion blender, probably.
Such a weird answer.
It's not a living. You want to come back as an object.
A sentient immersion blender.
Tom, I strongly warn you against arguing about this. Tom?
Julie, this is the thing.
I strongly advise you do not engage.
Do you want to know what the weird part about this whole thing is now? I gotta see Brett after the show.
I know. You're gonna see him in the hallway and
I gotta see him in the hallway.
I know.
Used to be just like, thanks, slam. All right, talk to you next week. Slam the lid down. Now I'm just like,
on the
hey,
laptop.
how'd you like that immersion blender thing? Gonna be in the hall. Oh yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, immersion blender. Now I sound like Sebastian Maniscalco. Oh, it's great. Immersion blender. Wait,
and then he's looking at you like this.
Blender,
you ever go to Chipotle? Nobody works there.
I go to Chipotle. Nobody's working there. They tell you the guacamole's extra.
Meanwhile, the audio guy's like, shit, that mic is messed up. It keeps dipping out at the end of his sentence.
Yeah.
How many sound guys is he stressed out?
Oh my God, because then he would blow it out when he starts doing getting loud.
Exactly.
I'm trying to do my thing.
He's leaving behind a trail of tears.
Pop, Pop, what are we doing, Pop?
They blow out the peas.
Yeah. Bop? Is he saying bop? What are we?
Then every time Sebastian Maniscalco comes to town, all the sound guys are like
busy.
Beware.
We can't get a single sound guy to work Radio City Music Hall. Like
in a Western. Oh, it's Black Bart is coming to town.
Black Bart.
He's gonna want to have a showdown at high noon.
Yeah, it's Quibi. Look, Quibi ate it, and it's amazing how stunned they seem.
Oh, they definitely got under his skin. I mean, he really reacted very, very intensely towards something that he should have been able to laugh off.
Yeah. Well, they
hit a nerve.
They hit a nerve. The whole thing, when you see something like that and you see the arrogance, the arrogance that a kid would ever go against their vision for this thing, they cannot believe that a kid would have the gall to challenge Quibi.
Speaking of gall, I would like to come back as a gull and eat all of Brent's food.
That's
the other great thing about being a bird. Free food if you're at a beach.
That's true.
You get French fries.
Yeah. Zeppelis.
You get Zeppelis. All the good stuff.
Well, speaking of those seagulls cleaning out my picnic, I got to keep cleaning out these clips. I got 2 more here I got to sweep out.
That's a pro segue.
Let's go.
That's
There's
a pro
our
segue.
boy. That's our Brett.
Now, this one was sent to us by Jacob in the early days of Double Threat. This one's been sitting on the shelf for quite a while. I had to blow a whole inch of dust off this thing to take a look at it. But it's definitely worth watching. This is from a documentary called Ernest Borgnine on the Bus. Ernest Borgnine on the Bus. This was a self-produced documentary.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brett, but are you sure it's a documentary and not just cell phone footage?
Yeah. Ernest Borgnine on the Bus?
It's like someone took it on their Trio phone.
It was a self-produced documentary in which Ernest Borgnine and his son Chris drive through the Midwest on Ernest's beloved bus, the Sun Bum. So Ernest and his son Chris touring the Midwest. And this clip I'm going to show you here is when Ernest was in Iowa. He stopped off the highway in Iowa. And this clip is just called Ernest Borgnine Looks for Dairy Queen.
Okay.
This is the most exciting moment of my life.
That was a great introduction, Brett. That primed the pump.
Queen or Tasty Freeze? Yeah.
We don't want it here.
Well, hey, you're driving.
Where's the Dairy Queen around here?
You don't have one.
You don't have a Dairy Queen? How about on the way to what's
Altoona?
Altoona. Do you have one in Altoona?
Yeah. Somehow I don't know where it is though.
Yeah. Well, they gotta go down here and make a turn.
Yeah.
How do you get to Altoona?
You just follow all the way
He's hold on. He's asking 10-year-olds for directions on where they should drive their bus. These kids don't know. So where's the Dairy Queen? Do I do a turn around here? I go back to. It's like they're kids. They ride bikes. They don't know like highway.
The kids are like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's like, so do I go on the exit ramp there and do it? So I get on 138 East or 138 West? I don't know.
I mean, they do know what Dairy Queen is, and they do know that there isn't one in their town. Like, those are 2 good questions for a child.
Yeah.
All the way around?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see it. You don't go straight.
Jeremy? What's your name?
Brandon.
He touched Brandon.
You don't work in the fields? What do you do? What does your dad do?
Race cars.
You got a camera? He races cars? Really? And what's his name?
Can you pause this, please? Tom, can I please set the visuals of this that people don't see?
Yes, please.
A man in the tightest shirt you've ever seen.
Yeah, the tightest, whitest polo shirt.
Just put his hand on this 10-year-old boy's, like, where his head meets his neck.
His ear. Like, he had his, like,
he put
the
his
base
sausage
of his palm.
fingers, his giant catcher's mid-hand on this child's neck.
Yeah.
His throat, basically.
And Ernest Borgnine, God bless him, he, like you said, this polo shirt
I've never seen it.
2 sizes too small.
This would be like if I were going to do Swan Lake and I was in my leotard, I'd say, well, at least it's not as tight as Ernest Borgnine's shirt.
Yeah. And then he just put his hand straight up on the kid's side of the kid's face to say, like, what's your dad do?
And throat. He said, what's your dad's name?
Yeah. He drives race cars.
This is an insane clip.
Imagine this as your trajectory of your career. You win an Oscar. What did he win an Oscar for? Marty?
Marty.
He wins an Oscar for Marty. And then one of his next jobs is that dumb TV
Basketball?
show. No.
Not basketball.
What's the TV show he did?
I don't know.
The one where it was
Brett.
I'm looking.
Where he's
Thank you.
why am I blanking on the name? It's where he was in the Navy. McHale's Navy.
McHale's Navy?
Yeah. He just goes from like, he takes his Oscar and he's just like, now I'm just going to do this piece of crap. And that's like when nobody did television. Like
Right.
people were just like, that's such a.
Wasn't
Now
he with
you look.
B. Arthur
Now you
at
look.
one point?
Everybody's in a TV show now.
That's for sure.
Follow all the way around?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'll see it. You don't go straight.
Jeremy? What's your name?
Brandon.
Mac?
I
You work in
can't
the
with
fields,
that.
too? You don't
It
work
also-
in the fields? What do you do?
Why is he asking me if he doesn't work in the
What do you do?
fields?
His first question to this kid is, do you work in the fields?
Yeah. Do you work in the fields? Yeah.
What's your name?
Brandon.
Mac?
Robert.
You work in the fields, too? You don't work in the fields? What do you do? What does your dad do?
Race cars.
Got a camera? He races cars?
That's the one thing that gets him to take his hand off that kid's
Yeah.
throat.
Kevin
Howard.
Howard, huh? By golly. Is he well known?
Yeah.
Here in Iowa? All right. And you race cars, too?
No,
Not yet.
I just help with the car.
You help him put the cars together?
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Also, just make note, this is taking place outside of a bar. This conversation, there's a Miller Lite sign in the background, like the neon, like one of those neon Miller Lite signs in the window the bar is on and lit. These kids are hanging outside of a bar.
This is a good PSA for parents to show their children about why you don't hang out outside of bars is because Ernest Borgnine can come over at
He
any
might
moment,
show up.
put his hand on your throat and ask if you work in the fields.
Those glasses, though, Ernest Borgnine, if he was walking around Brooklyn with those glasses
He
on,
looks
he'd
great.
be doing all right.
He looks terrific.
Those are
I think we're on the same
Squirm
page.
would kill to get those glasses.
I mean, also, Sarah Squirm would pay to make someone squirm the way Ernest Borgnine is making Brandon squirm.
No, in her perfect vision, she'd climb out of Ernest Borgnine's stomach and be like, blah! Covered in his intestines.
Now you see what comes out of Iowa? All right. Racing fans and racing cars and
Did you play Mortal Kombat?
young men here growing up to be good mechanics.
Keep an eye out for me.
That's all right, son.
Oh, he
Good boy.
touched his face again.
All
No, I
right.
didn't play that one.
Vamos.
All right, guys.
We're going to do it.
So your name is Shaq?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know the clip of Ernest Borgnine from that talk show, right, Julie?
No, I don't think I do.
Brett, you know that one, right?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
That one is that's the,
Which one?
oh, you'll see in a second.
Maybe I do. Maybe I do.
It's legendary.
Oh, yeah. I forgot this was on Fox News. This was like on Fox and Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And the headline is Tinseltown Treasure. Ernest Borgnine looks back on career.
You're 91 years old. You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Did you never see that?
I don't think I did.
Oh my God. Play it again, please. Now that you know it's coming, I don't dare tell you.
1 years old. You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay, I think. Thank you.
It's such a classic moment, and he was so good in the Wild Bunch. Oh my God, he's so creepy in the Wild Bunch. There's a moment like when somebody gets shot and then he just does that laugh. Oh my God, he's so menacing. That gotcha. Ernest Borgnine, gotcha.
I masturbate a lot.
I masturbate a lot. I don't dare tell you. And his face is lit up.
I don't dare tell you. And then he's like, I'm going to tell you.
Has your face ever been that lit up in any moment where he's like, I masturbate a lot.
He's thinking about it. He's so excited. He's so proud of himself.
And he knows how microphones work. Also, this is like a veteran. He's an Oscar winner.
Why would you tell someone that? Let alone tell it to them on camera.
And he's also saying that's why I look good at 91.
That's insane. Oh my God. He rules. That guy ruled. He was the best of the best.
Yeah.
Oh man. Although now I worry about Brandon. His hand went right to his throat.
Oh man, after
I know
hearing
where that
news,
hand's gonna be in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a lot? Like,
hey, is there a bathroom in this bar?
Is there a Dairy Queen?
Is this
It's like Dairy Queen. Does he have a deal with them where he goes to the bathroom and they don't like?
Yeah. Hey, where's the men's room? Where's the men's room at this Dairy Queen? Well, sir, we don't have one. Do you have a back room, an office, anything?
Oh my God. That's so great. How many Oscar winners have admitted to masturbating a lot on television? That's my question going into this Oscar weekend.
Yeah. I masturbate a lot. I don't dare tell you. I don't dare. I don't dare tell you.
I don't dare tell you usually means like I have sex with my wife all the time.
Yeah. And you remember Tova Borgnine? Do you remember
his wife?
Yeah. Who was kind of like a personality in her own right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Tova Borgnine, Brett?
No.
Well, again, the show really. I feel like Jeffrey Katzenberg's father.
Yeah.
Doing a show aimed so far away from young people. Do you remember Tova Borgnine? And then I feel like if somebody was just like, Double Threat is destined to fail because you talk about Tova Borgnine.
And then you get really mad.
Okay, I'm out of here.
I'll have you know. Then you waddle around.
Yeah. I would love it if somebody took that footage of him doing that thing and just added in for 4 seconds.
Not 4 seconds. I want you to loop it and I want it to go on forever.
You just want it to keep going, but that's the moment when it should play for the first time. Out of nowhere, carnival music starts playing.
When he's teeter-tottering. And then I want you to be so hostile explaining why millennials love Tova Borgnine.
You have to understand. There are 2.5 billion cell phones.
Tova Borgnine fans.
If we can get 70% of those people, of the 2.5 billion, to watch this Tova Borgnine video.
The most democratized art form ever, which is the podcast with a paywall, which is the video podcast with a paywall.
God.
It is going to be. Also, remember when he was like, I'd like to tell this millennia.
Yeah. They were 1 inch away from talking about how you live in your mother's basement. Like that.
Totally.
That's maybe, I said the hi,
Yes.
mom, thanks, mom, oh, I'm out of here thing.
No, Mother's
those are
Basement is
second. Yeah.
It's a more contemporary version of that, which is if you're on the internet, you live in your mother's basement.
Yeah.
First of all, I wish I lived in my mother's basement. She has exercise equipment there.
Yeah. That sounds like a good deal.
She has like one of those big yoga balls you just like lay on and you're like, look at me, I'm doing something.
Yeah. She's got it figured out.
She's got a washing machine, got wall-to-wall carpeting, a television that's always playing the Today Show.
The mother's
For some
basement
reason.
thing is such a, like, I don't know who they think they're hurting with that. You live in your mother's basement.
Yeah.
Your mother bring down chicken tenders for
That
you.
sounds amazing. Are you kidding?
That'd be great.
Really? A hot meal
Wait,
for once?
I could be in my mother's basement on the internet all day, and then she'll bring food down. Yeah, I'll do that.
It's also like, it's shocking to these people that, there are people who use the internet all day for their jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's fun. You want to be complaining. You're in your mother's basement eating chicken tenders all day.
And then his assistant has to be like, wait, those are the people we're trying to reach. And he's like, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't insult them.
Wow, this is unscheduled, but so that previous clip was called Ernest Borgnine looks for a Dairy Queen. I just found a clip called Ernest Borgnine finds a Dairy Queen.
Oh, Brett. That's almost like that's all like waiting for Godot 2. We found Godot.
Oh no.
So here is Ernest Borgnine finds a Dairy Queen.
Lips on the mouth.
I dare not tell you.
He's got something in that polo shirt pocket too.
Now, and we're going to have some ice cream.
I don't like
For our
how he
dessert.
said that. He
came down to
he accented the cream
Pennsylvania,
part of, and then we're gonna have some ice cream.
And here we are.
That was very old timey because they were used to cream. They weren't used to icing it.
Is that Ernest Borgnine?
Okay, now he's at the Dairy Queen and everyone's staring at him.
You do your raise a
Don't everybody talk it. I love.
Holy sausage.
Because they're all staring at him
What
because he has
kind
a
of
camera with him.
He's got like a weird. That's like a weird shop teacher vibe. Don't everybody talk at once.
I think he's fun.
I love him.
Yeah.
Just
He comes
wish-
in, everyone's staring at him because he's got someone who has a giant, probably like 80s, video camera.
Yeah.
Or 90s video camera.
Yeah.
And
he's
then he's
like, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger, a large salt vanilla cone, and where's your men's room? I need 4 minutes.
because I masturbate a lot.
Yeah.
This is before he learned to whisper it. He would just say it out loud.
I need like 4 to 7 minutes. You have a cot? If you have a cot, it'll be 3.
What stream is that?
Really hot ice cream.
Mr. Borgnine, I'm Denise Edgington from the Altoona. Denise Edgington from the Altoona Herald newspaper, the local newspaper.
How
here.
did you know I was
Oh,
here?
we have a fast grapevine. Here, you were eating in Mitchellville, right?
You knew I was coming up here?
Yeah.
You mean they called you?
Well, somebody did. Somebody called somebody who called somebody.
All right. Good to see you. How are you, dear?
All right, now he's touching everyone's
He's shaking
hand.
everyone's hands.
Hi. Well, there's my son Chris. Come here. Get in there.
Hey, Pop.
Don't get on my bad side.
What are you doing in this neck of the woods?
Well, I'll tell you. This morning we were in Milwaukee, and we started out from Milwaukee, and here we are in Mitchellville, over at the RV park that they have there.
This is the greatest movie I've ever
At a
seen.
book that holds all the RV parks in the country, and we decided, by golly, we were going to go there. And there we are.
Close up on
So we
these two
decided
bored
we just
11-year-old
finished
girls.
A nice spaghetti dinner over at Pat and Henry's or Pat and Helen's. Pat and Helen's.
Never ask an old person a question.
Helen and Pat's, that's right. And here we are. We said we've got to have a little ice cream before we go home.
Are you staying in Mitchellville then? Are you staying in Mitchellville?
No, we're leaving tomorrow morning. Yeah. Tell them your name, darling.
I'm Denise Edgington with the Altoona Herald.
Brett, can you get Denise Edgington on the show?
Yeah, let me work on it.
I've never been more serious about anything in my life. Please, if we could get Denise Edgington from the Altoona Herald on the show, that's our next live stream.
That's a really good idea.
A 3-hour interview.
Should we get Chris Borgnine too, or no?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to watch On the Bus
with Ernest Borgnine.
What's it called?
This weekend?
It is called Ernest Borgnine on the Bus, and the full documentary is available on YouTube. You can find the full
thank
thing.
God. Okay,
all
well,
50 minutes or so.
I think we all have a homework assignment, which is watch this documentary before next week.
Yeah, and you're right about that question. It's like when you don't ask an old timer. So what are you up to? Like just this open-ended question
Also,
like
he
that.
didn't answer the question, which is, what are you doing here?
Well,
He's
we
like,
went
well, we had a spaghetti
to
dinner.
Milwaukee, and then we drove down to Mitchellville, which they have the RV park, and then we're gonna go eat at Helen and.
Why are you here? What are you doing here?
I love it. I want to be Ernest Borgnine, honestly.
Me too.
I think I'm ready for that phase of my life.
Well, I think there's one thing you need to start doing a lot.
What's that?
Masturbating.
Yeah, that's true. I masturbate a lot.
I can't. That's the funniest.
91. God bless you, Ernest Borgnine. You're killing our demo on this show. But
I don't
it's worth
care.
It. No, it's worth it.
What a way to go.
We have a question. I did actually talk to a millennial who said that Double Threat talks too much about actors from the 50s, and it's guaranteed to fail. So I'm out of here.
Okay. I'd like to say to that millenni
And I love Jeffrey Katzenberg had a little bit of that. Well, first of all, that millenni should understand there's 2.5 billion people with cell phones. Like it's just like I'm going to tell
they
that.
Know.
Yeah, no, they know. They don't care. Also,
they were like, I thought it was more, and they're like, ah!
It's like that thing where like they go and they make a movie where they're just like, hey, you know that board game Battleship? It's like, yeah. Well, what if we made a movie of that? It's like, well, that sounds stupid. No, don't.
Maybe you didn't hear me.
It's gonna have Liam Neeson in it. Okay, still sounds stupid. No.
No, wait. We're gonna get to Rihanna in a
Rihanna's
second.
gonna be in it too. Oh, that's so cool. So Rihanna's gonna be singing and dancing. No, she's behind a console on the battleship, wearing a headset.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't want to see it. It sounds stupid.
See it. It sucks.
No. Well, trust me, you're gonna want to see it. And then the movie comes out and bombs, and they're like, "What happened?"
I know. It's called Listen to. It's called Listen to People.
Yes. Thank you.
Unless they're old, in which case, get out of there.
What if we brought in a focus group for Double Threat?
That's a great idea.
Why don't we bring in a focus group, like people who know the show, and then we ask them questions.
We play them clips
Yeah.
of fake shows that we've...
Yeah.
So maybe the first part of the show is us recording fake clips.
Fake clips.
Of us talking about things like, I don't know, skateboarding, or then there's just one of us doing musical improv. Just us doing different things. And then we play it for people and say, what do you think of this?
Mm-hmm. I'd love it.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah.
Did you write that down?
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
You wrote that?
Okay,
did you write down what's that reporter's name again?
Oh, that would be not Toriorgi.
He didn't write it.
The Altoona Herald. You knew that.
Yeah, the Altoona
Denise
Herald.
Edgerton.
There we go. Yeah, I got it right here.
You could think of it because Ernest Borgnine likes edging.
Yeah.
I masturbate a lot. Wait, I haven't finished. I never come.
Oh, God.
It's true. That's how he does it. I mean, it's implicit.
I'm a little bit of an edgelord. Do you have an adult bookstore? He's like talking to his kids. He's like, is there a adult bookstore or a Jack Shack around here?
I mean, a Dairy Queen. That's what he meant by Dairy Queen. He meant like a strip club because of their big boobs. That was the name of like a burlesque place that he grew up with. That's what he was looking for.
Yeah, there was a place called Big Boobs. Now, is that it, Brett?
Oh, yeah. My shelves are looking real clean, real spick and span over
That's
here.
great news.
Yeah, this was a real thrill for me. I really appreciate you letting me get some spring cleaning done.
Now your shelves are as squeaky as one of Tom's balloon animals.
So you want me to be a balloon animal? Okay, fine. All right, you got it. We're good. Cut, print, put a star next to that one.
Put a star next to that one.
See you at the premiere.
What a rude thing to say instead of I liked that take.
So this is a great episode.
I agree.
Hell of an episode.
Hell of an episode.
And we got
Thank
some
you
good ones
so
in
much.
the pipeline though. We got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, we do.
Get ready.
Get ready. Get set.
And go to foreverdog.plus.
Brett, do you have anything to say?
Oh, well, I just want to say thank you both for being here and doing the show every week. You're both phenomenal. I mean, what a treat it is that this even exists. That we get to live in a time in history where this show exists. It really makes it all worthwhile. And I will say, if you want to get more out of the Double Threat experience, here's some stuff that's available to you. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Double Threat Pod, and you can follow us now on TikTok at Double Threat Pod. We're over on TikTok now.
My favorite.
Posting some fun clips from the show. You can also chat with other Double Threat fans on Discord. That link is in the show notes. You click on there. They're having a blast over there every day of the week. And last but not least, if you want to watch Double Threat as well as listen to it, you sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdog.plus. It's just $5 a month. And you get video episodes of every episode. You get video of every episode of Double Threat. You get ad-free episodes if you want to listen to it ad-free. And I think we can announce this now, Julie, because it was announced on Discord. This is very exciting. I don't know how we waited all show to announce this. Starting this week, Forever Dog Plus subscribers will also get a bonus weekly podcast from Julie Klausner called Ask Julie. She's going to be asking your questions. She's been doing AMAs on Discord. They went so well. We said, hey, let's make it a podcast. So every week you'll get episodes of Ask Julie where she'll be answering your questions.
Oh my God.
On the show.
That's amazing.
Tom, do you have any questions?
I do.
Then you have to send them to Ask Julie Pod?
Ask Julie Podcast. Yeah, you can submit questions one of two ways. There's a group on the Discord where you can post questions, or you can email us at askjuliepodcast@gmail.com. I'll put that in the show notes as well.
I'm going to establish a third way to ask them is that I can ask them on Double Threat.
Yes, exactly.
What's Tom really like?
He's the best. As great as you think he is, he's better.
Answer it on the show. Answer it on Ask Julie.
Oh, okay.
What's Tom really like?
I'll tell you on Ask Julie. Should we change the name to Jew and A's? No.
Ask Julie comes out every Wednesday on Forever Dog Plus. New episode every week. And guess what? The price is still the same. You're still paying $5 a month, and you just get more and more and more. It's the best. Sign up for Forever Dog Plus.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. This is a fun one, and we'll be back next week with more fun ones, and we appreciate you supporting the show in all the ways that you do, and we will keep doing it because we like it and you like it. Thanks so much.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our page on Facebook.